Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to the channel. This is Lionheart here, and I want to show you a different type of video today. Everything that you see on our channel so far is from the Town Hall 13 perspective, top-end Legend Leagues, war replays, things like that. Today you can see that we're on our Town Hall 9, we're in our feeder clan, Congress clan. They usually war with 11 through 13s, but they've let my 9 stay here to get through the ranks. But today I want to show you one of the most requested attack strategies that I get on this channel, and that is the Goblin Knife. Goblin Knife is super important at Town Hall 9. There is an unprecedented 50 levels of heroes that you have to upgrade at Town Hall 9. All of them require Dark Elixir, and the Goblin Knife is the best attack strategy for farming Dark Elixir. You can see in the army prep for it, it costs 0 Dark Elixir, so anytime you're farming for a resource, an army that costs less of that resource is going to be perfect. If you are new to Town Hall 9, you still have a lot of Elixir upgrades to do, then maybe Goblin Knife isn't for you. It does cost over 200,000 normal Elixir, and that can be a little cost prohibitive when you're getting started at Town Hall 9 and working on your army camps, your barracks, lab upgrades, and things like that. But eventually, every Town Hall 9 is going to find themselves in the position where all they have left is walls and heroes, and so the Goblin Knife is perfect for that. If you want to take a look at my account overall, you can see that it's a bit rushed. All of my resource buildings are complete, all of my Elixir upgrades are all done, but my defenses are quite far behind. This is my 3rd or 4th account. I rushed it to Town Hall 9 so that I could get started on the heroes, and decided that a Goblin Knife video would be good to see, so that whether you're Town Hall 9, 10, 11, or higher, to see what the strategy is and then how you can tweak it for your Town Hall. So even just looking through the recent replays that I've had today on Goblin Knife, you can see that it's about more than just Dark Elixir. Typically, I'll look for at least 2,000 Dark Elixir, and then that's when I'll green light a base and attack it if it's good. But you can see it's getting a lot of gold, a lot of normal Elixir as well, and there are really 2 ways that you can go about a Goblin Knife attack. You can find a dead base where all the loot is in the collectors on the outside, sprinkle the giants and goblins around, and kind of Barch style your way into a lot of loot, or you can do the true Goblin Knife that we'll look at in just a moment, jump all the way to the middle of a base and probably take out the Town Hall in addition to the storages. But this is tried and true. It is a proven attack, works really well at all Town Hall levels, and we'll go ahead and jump into the method of choosing a base. Alright, so you can see that we're in Gold League 2 right now, and typically I would rather farm in Crystal for the Goblin Knife, but you can be a little above that, a little below it, and as long as you're comfortable hitting next until you find a good base, really doesn't make a huge difference. But the first thing that we're going to look at is 2,000 Dark Elixir. If it's got more than that, that's a green light and we'll consider attacking. If it's got less than that, it is an automatic pass, no matter how much gold or elixir it has. Remember, we are going for specifically dark, and so this is, the first base that we find is actually going to meet our criteria for Dark Elixir, and then we look at the golden elixir, and it's good on those fronts too. A little bit of a troublesome base, because we can see the collectors themselves on the outsides are pretty full, so we're going to want to get most of them, but then the storage in the middle is also pretty full, so we're going to get that as well. And then the drills here are on the opposite side, so it might be a little tough to get, but we'll go ahead and give it our best shot. We'll drop just a couple giants there and about 5 goblins to make sure that we get that Dark Elixir drill. We'll drop a couple more here, this time with some wizards behind. Oh, and it looks like we have got the enemy clan castle. So we're going to let that fizzle out. We'll come back for the Dark Elixir drill. We'll drop all of our giants here. The rest of our wizards, except we'll save a couple for cleanup, and our wall breakers. And once the outside buildings are down, that's when we'll drop our clan castle troops, our king and our queen. Drop 1 rage, a jump to get inside, and then we drop the rest of our goblins. Now that those balloons are getting close, we'll drop a poison on them, another rage over the core, and we'll freeze the balloons to make sure that they don't kill our goblins. And saving our second jump here. Sometimes it takes 2 jumps to get to the core, but we're watching our P.E.K.K.A. That's going to be the main tank that we've got. And we're going to watch him and use our jump to help the P.E.K.K.A. go deeper into the base. We don't want to open up the outside of the base, and so helping the P.E.K.K.A. get deeper. Still got some of our goblins, some wizards left. Hopefully the P.E.K.K.A. starts to tank. If the archer towers start to focus on the P.E.K.K.A., then we'll drop both of our wizards and get that Dark Elixir drill. And that seems like it's exactly what happened. Looks like our P.E.K.K.A. is going to go down soon, so we'll drop the rest of our goblins to get the other collectors. And then just like that, even though we don't get a triple, we get just about all the loot in the base. It looks like there apparently was some in that clan castle. And so if our goblins survived in the core a little bit more, they would have gotten it. But almost all of the loot on that base. So nothing incredible this time, 300,000, 270, and then over 3,000 Dark Elixir. But the best thing about Goblin Knife is that you can do it pretty quickly. You can do it over and over again and spam it. And so if you can do 5 of these attacks in an hour even, isn't a big ask, then you're looking at quite a lot of loot. So that was one example of a Goblin Knife. We'll look at one where they have to jump a little further into the base, and then another one that is more on the outside of the base. Show you both of those replays, and then get into our Town Hall 10 Goblin Knife example. All right, so we're going back into it, but this time we're not going to use our heroes. If we're really using a lot of Goblin Knife and upgrading our Town Hall 9 the way that we would want to, we won't have heroes. So we'll keep our king and queen on the bench here. This is going to be a fun one. This might be a little bit difficult because the storage there is right in the middle. So we're going to find the Dark Elixir drills. There's one up top, and then it looks like 2 of them are down here on the bottom. So we might try and do our giants from the bottom side here. Drop a couple, and then some goblins. Same thing as before. We'll drop all of our giants, do all of our wizards this time instead of just some of them. And that way the funnel's really hard set. We'll drop our P.E.K.K.A. and everything, and then we'll do a rage and 1 jump, fan out our goblins, and let them get the rest of the collectors before sending the rest of them into the core. Then doing a rage over the core there. Jump into the Dark Elixir storage compartment. They're going to take a detour. We'll freeze that, and just barely they get the storage. And so this is probably the best example of what Goblin Knife is designed to do. You can see the giants are still alive and they're still working their way around. So is the P.E.K.K.A. Anything else that they get at this point is icing on the cake. But what the Goblin Knife is supposed to do is just get a Dark Elixir storage, no matter how deep into the base it is. And so you can see we were able to just cut, with a knife of goblins, cut a path right down the middle there, use both of our jumps, both of our rages, take out the town hall, take out the Dark Elixir storage, and even if we get, the rest of this base, 40% more with our 1 P.E.K.K.A., we're not going to. But even if we did get a triple, all of that would be icing on the cake. The goal of this attack is Dark Elixir, and that's exactly what it gets. And so we'll look at another base here in just a moment, another type of base that is kind of a dead base where you do more of a Barch style against it. But even without heroes, you can see this is a strong attack, and in just a few minutes you can get about 3,000 to 4,000 Dark Elixir if you find the right base. All right, we had a really good example. Unfortunately, the recording didn't quite catch, so we're going to go through the replay of this attack and show you the different style that we can use of Goblin Knife. Now, this base is not one that you would typically do a Goblin Knife on. You can see all the storages are totally empty, but everything else looks pretty good. The storages or the collectors on the outside are super full. It's got a lot of loot, and so we're going to drop just some giants on the bottom, spread out some wizards and some goblins, do the same thing on the top, and we're going to be pretty generous because it seems like that's where all of the storages are. And then we're going to save just a few giants and goblins for those drills on either side. And we'll pause the attack right here and see that we've basically gotten all of the loot. We missed just these collectors over here, and then one of the elixir collectors over on the side, but even our goblins are running over to get that last one on the side. So it's really just this gold mine and then a sliver of health on the elixir collector there. And just like that, we've gotten nearly 600,000 gold, 600,000 elixir, and almost 3,000 dark elixir without using any of our spells. And so if you do find a base that you would normally Barch, that means that you can use your Goblin Knife army just like a Barch, but instead of using the spells to get in the core like you normally would, you just save the spells, save the clan castle, save the heroes, just sprinkle the giants, goblins, and wizards all on the outside of the base. Pretty self-explanatory. Alright, for our last attack, we've got my Town Hall 10. It's a nearly maxed account across all fronts, offenses and defenses, and we'll be going in with this army. Because the army camps are a bit bigger, we're taking a few more giants, a few more wall breakers, another wizard. We can fit another spell, and so I take a heal at Town Hall 10. You just you have more base to chew through before you get to the dark elixir, and so having a heal for your giants is going to be really nice. Or you could heal for your goblins if they're taking some splash damage but not too much to just wipe them out immediately. And then our clan castle is going to look similar. The biggest change at Town Hall 10 is that you can take a siege machine, and across the game that just changes the meta at Town Hall 10. So I chose a log launcher. I think that one's the best for dark elixir farming. You can cut out, a full chunk of a base with a log launcher and put your army somewhere else, kind of attack it from two fronts, or you can put it behind your main army if you really need to push a long ways to get to the dark elixir. But most of the time at Town Hall 10, kind of like the first replay in this video, I would recommend coming at it from two fronts where you can really get a lot more value out of the base than just really the Town Hall 9 knife style where you're picking one particular spot that you're getting at. But we'll go into an attack and show you what it looks like at Town Hall 10. Alright, farming in Crystal League with our Town Hall 10. We've got pretty similar standards. Has to have at least 2,000 Dark Elixir, hopefully more. And already we come across a base that's got plenty. Now this is an active base, so all the loot is going to be in the storages. And it's got two multi-infernos in the middle, so that could be a bit problematic. So we're going to come at it from two different angles. And I think we'll come at it from here to get to the Dark Elixir drill there, and come at it from over here to more quickly get to the storage. We'll throw our siege machine in the 3 o'clock corner, throw some of our giants in front of it with a few wall breakers, some wizards, go ahead and do rage and some goblins. But we want to save the majority of our army for over here, where we can get to the Dark Elixir storage much more easily. Go ahead and freeze the multi-inferno, throw down our wizards there, another rage, a jump, and then the rest of our goblins going straight in. We'll put a heal down to make sure that they get the storage and maybe even the town hall. And it looks like the goblins got the town hall before the P.E.K.K.A. even got there. We'll throw our last jump down to help our P.E.K.K.A. keep pushing through the base. We've got one wizard left for cleanup. And as soon as these buildings get distracted, if they get distracted by the P.E.K.K.A., that's when we'll drop our wizard at the Dark Drill. But here we are at Town Hall 10. Not going to be a triple against another Town Hall 10, especially if they've got multi-infernos. That's going to be really tough to get through, but we were able to get most of it. Got half of the Dark Elixir drills, the storage, the Town Hall itself, and that's a quick 3,500 Dark Elixir. So whether you're taking a different siege machine, changing up the troop comp, or whatever you want to do at Town Hall 10, do know it's going to be a lot more difficult if they've got the splash defense, if they've got the multi-infernos. Rarely will you get a triple against that with a Goblin Knife, but you'll be able to get into the core of the base, maybe if we planned a little bit better to get all of the drills, and from base to base you'll get between 3,000 and 4,000 Dark Elixir every attack. But there you have it. That is the Goblin Knife at Town Hall 9 and at Town Hall 10. Of course, with the Siege Machines at 10, you've got plenty of different options that you can take with it. And then, of course, when you get into Town Hall 11 and Town Hall 12, really just endless options with the Super Troops. Whether you're taking Super Giants, Super Goblins, Super Wizards, anything that you want to throw in, The opportunities for farming are endless, and you can get really creative with it. But at Town Hall 9 and 10, where the game is still pretty limited in that regard, Goblin Knife is the fastest way of getting Dark Elixir. We were able to put our queen down with the Dark Elixir we got in this video. A few more attacks, and we'll be able to put the king down and have her join her. So I hope this video helped you. If you did like it, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Really does help as we put out more content, and we'll be looking towards putting out some Town Hall 13 content here next week. If you want to see more, click the link above, and we'll see you in the next video.